This is He Knows the Sport, bringing you that heat and that far. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. We keeping the foot on the what? On the next. And like the Tibetan Mastiff Dam, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts his pipes. See, this is the Rudy Poo and the Plum Plum Brain. Classic Doden Troglodyte. Ultra fanboy with the ultra fanboy rhetoric stuff that He Knows the Sport was talking about. Kendrick Perkins, Uncle Ruckus, bootlegging ass Negro. This dude disses anything and everything that goes against LeBron James. This video is about getting on his fucking ass. Kendrick Perkins is basically the custom massa type of Negro. This dude is Lebought and Lpeaid for. But see, the thing is his massa is LeBron James. His massa is LRMR. His massa is Clutch Sports. Because he's about everything pro LeBron James and everything Mr. Anti-LeBron Kevin Durant. Always getting after Kyrie Irving. Always holding Kyrie Irving's foot to the fire. Always got some fuck shit to say about Kevin Durant. Which I find ironic because you average 5.5 points per game in your NBA career. And Kevin Durant called your ass a sellout. And that's exactly what you are at your truest and your most properest levels. Let me say it again. Because what I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. So hear me fucking well. Kevin Durant called your ass a fucking sellout. And that's what you are at your truest and your most properest levels. A fucking sellout. And what people have to understand in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat true teller fashion is as simple as this. Kendrick Perkins is all about being Lebought and Lpeaid for. Everything that he says fits the LeBron James narrative. Everything that he says fits the LeBron James theology. Everything that he says fits the LeBron James religion. Because that's what he's prescribed to. That fucking religion. This is pure LBJ Riders media nonsense. Because they have to therefore and thereby brain full of mush and brainwash you and turn you into what we call a dodo head or a dodo head. Have your brain like freaking Play-Doh. And when Kendrick Perkins is running his rabbit ass mouth, it's because he's telling you all of this bullshit. Notice everything that he says is always in benefactor of LeBron. You sat there and got sandwiched by Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman when you tried to erroneously compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan as GOAT. They're not in the same breath. They don't swim in the same ocean. So therefore they can't be in the same vernacular. Because it makes no sense. And you sat here and brought up justifications on Boston Celtics. So Boston Celtics was better than those Seattle Supersonics teams. Better than the Utah Jazz teams. Better than the Phoenix Suns teams. Better than the Portland Trail Blazers teams. Better than the Los Angeles Lakers team. That Michael Jordan face. Michael Jeffrey Jordan variation. Get the fuck out of here, man. Stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and what? Higgity fucking hush. When we look at Kendrick Perkins, we see a typical Uncle Ruckus bootlicking ass Negro at his truest and his most properest levels. This guy's Lebought and Lpeaid for LeBron James. This guy runs nonsense about LeBron James. Everything that he says has to be in the benefit or the factor of LeBron James. Because when it's all said and done, it's all about him talking about LeBron James. Notice he doesn't talk about any other player but LeBron James. Clear class of Lebought and Lpeaid for. Clear class and being on the Lpeaid roll. Y'all need to understand this. LeBron James has people in the media that he's paying extra money to. Yes, this shit is true. And it can be verified. The Brian Wynn nut horses of the world. You know what I'm saying? When we say nut sacks, because he's literally a left or right nut sack of LeBron James. Club Shay Shannon Sharp on the Lebought and Lpeaid for Lpeaid roll. Nick Wright, i.e. Nick Wrong, on the Lebought and Lpeaid for. Damn near almost everybody on ESPN outside of Kendrick Perkins that talks up LeBron James. Lebought and Lpeaid for Lpeaid roll. Because if you have LeBron James as your greatest of all time, you're on Lebought and Lpeaid for status. That's why it reeked me when I had to get on Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson's a real one. But now he's become Lebought and Lpeaid for, so I had no choice but to get on him. Because truth-telling fashion is not selective. This is what people try. This is what He Knows the Sport been trying to tell you people, but you people ain't getting it. Everybody can get it. He Knows the Sport is the can man. Anybody can get it. And the bottom line is this, and it's as simple as this, in its most cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion variation. When we look at LeBron James, we see a guy that is lacking the sum of all parts in terms of basketball pantheon of greatness, because to be in the upper echelon of pantheon of greatness, you have to be a 50% threshold or higher. But Kendrick Perkins has to get in the benefit of LeBron James because he is Mr. Le Participation Award recipient. Because when LeBron James kicked your ass off of the team and Kevin Durant took you, see, this is how motherfuckers are not grateful. Kevin Durant took you when LeBron kicked your ass off of the Cleveland Cavaliers and brought your rabbit ass over to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And so were you fucking look grateful about that shit? No. That's why he called your ass a sellout. LeBron literally kicked you off. And this is what we're seeing. This is why He Knows the Sport told you guys that LeBron James has these people in the 27th law of power, a cult-like following. Because only a cult master can boot a cult follower off, and that cult follower will continue to follow that cult master. What I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? And hear me? Fucking well. He Knows the Sport is in Super Saiyan mode, dog. Bottom line is this, like a turkey. Gobble that shit up. Only a cult master can continue to denigrate you and treat you in the fucking ways that he's been treating you, and you come back like a cult follower that you are. That's what Kendrick Perkins is at his truest and his most properest levels. LeBron James kicked his ass out, but LeBron James is paying him basically, i.e. in the Lpeaid role. He's Lebought and Lpeaid for it. So now he's talking all that shit in LeBron James's favor when the shit don't even make no sense. When did 40% NBA Finals averager and performer supersede 100%? How did he skip past 71.4% of Kobe beating Bryant? It's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, In its most cold-hearted, and its most unadulterated, and its most cutthroat true-teller fashion, the bottom line is this. Once a Uncle Ruckus, once a Steven from Django, dum 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 dum, dum dum, Django, dum 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 dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum, Django, dum dum, dum dum, dum, Django. When you got a motherfucker like that, clearly a Massa Negro for LRMR, LeBron James, Clutch Sports, it's a things that make you say, It's a things that make you say, The bottom line is this. Kendrick Perkins needs to stop the presses and pump the brakes on the nonsense. Go sit down somewhere and take your bootlegging ass Negro self and higgity fucking hush. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. I keeps the foot on the what? On the next. This is He Knows the Sport. Check it out.